Hey everybody, my name is Eric and welcome to the Joecast. This is my WWE NXT Recap Show that I'm doing weekly here on the channel. And this is for the NXT show on the WWE Network that aired on February 8th, 2017. And the show opened up with Sanity go in a tag team match against the Bollywood Boys. Sanity was represented by Alexander Wolf and the very hairy Killian Dane here. This got even a shave your back chant from the crowd, which I thought was very clever. This guy is absolutely, insane looking. So yeah, I'd almost be afraid to touch him personally. But anyway, you can't worry about that sort of thing when you're a professional wrestler. But this match was pretty much a complete squash match. The crowd knew pretty much immediately that the Bollywood Boys were not going to stand much of a chance in this match. And Dane, as hairy as he is, basically just ran through both of them. And so after the match was over, Nikki Cross was yelling in the ring that she wanted Asuka, and then she slammed her head into the turnbuckles. And Eric Young cut a promo about how he humbled Ty Dillinger and is telling Dillinger he belongs with Sanity. Next up, we had Liv Morgan defeating Billie Kay in a match. It wasn't much of a match, to be honest with you. I mean, Liv Morgan won with a roll-up when she knocked Billie Kay into Peyton Royce, who had jumped up onto the apron. I don't know exactly where they're going with this feud. It almost looks like maybe they're setting Liv Morgan up for maybe going up against Asuka or something. And obviously she's going to be going up against Ember Moon in the next coming months. So I don't know if they're just kind of trying to build her up for maybe a little bit of a future feud with the NXT champion. Obviously, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce had their shot at TakeOver before the Royal Rumble and failed. And obviously we saw, Nikki Cross in the segment prior also winning Asuka. So it'll be interesting to see kind of where they go with this. But as for now, it looks like Ember Moon is going to be the number one contender. Next up, we had Ty Dillinger in the back talking about how he was in the Royal Rumble. But before he got to say too much about it, Sanity attacked him from behind, and they beat him up all the way out to the ring when Roderick Strong and No Way Jose ran in to help him out and make the save. And this set up a six-man tag match for the main event of the show later on. Then we had William Regal backstage, and he announced that Tyler Bate versus Trent Seven for the WWE UK Championship next week. So that'll be one of the first opportunities I have to watching Tyler Bate. I know he was on NXT last week, so I saw a little bit of him there, but I really haven't got a whole lot of him yet. I did not watch the United Kingdom Championship tournament that was on the network about a few weeks ago, so I can't wait to kind of see this match here. Then we had Billie Kay and Peyton Royce storming into the office and demanded a match against Liv Morgan, and they wanted a handicap match, but then Mr. Regal made a tag team match, allowing Liv Morgan to choose any partner of her choosing, and I'm kind of wondering if that's going to be Asuka, at least for now, just to kind of, maybe Ember Moon gets involved in that match to set up their feud as well. Then we had the Revival going up against Heavy Machinery. This is, the Revival won this match here toward the end, and then they cut a promo where they actually challenged the Authors of Pain for their tag team championships at the next TakeOver before WrestleMania in Orlando, and that brought out the Authors of Pain, and they kind of came into the ring and backed the Revival down, and the Revival looked to be backing out of the arena, and then Authors of Pain walked up the ramp, and the Revival jumped them from behind, laying them out. And then, of course, the Revival took off before the Authors of Pain can get up, because those are some big, scary dudes. So, so I don't... this sounds like maybe the feud they're going with here. I kind of like to maybe see DIY in this feud maybe a little bit, make it a three-way. But I don't know if they're going to do that or not. But if not, maybe that means we'll get DIY up on the main roster before too much longer. The SmackDown, for sure, could definitely use some star-studded tag team competition here, and these DIY would definitely add some depth to the roster at the tag team division. Then we had Sanity versus Ty Dillinger, Roderick Strong. Oh wait, it was made the event for the night. We didn't have them up yet. I'm sorry, excuse me. But then we had the glorious celebration for NXT champion Bobby Roode. He basically come out to the arena. He bragged about how, even though Shinsuke Nakamura had been in NXT for about a year now, or over a year, and he was the first guy to face Shinsuke Nakamura and then beat him, before, Shinsuke beat him first. So you think about that. That's actually a pretty big accomplishment. Shinsuke has been running roughshod over people with the Kinshasa and his strong style techniques, and Bobby Roode was the first guy to just go in and beat him straight up first thing out of the gate here. And I thought that was a really cool line that he had where he was bragging about that accomplishment. Then he basically just posed and said everything was glorious, which I absolutely love. His entrance and his theme song. I think Bobby Roode is absolutely awesome, and it's a shame he won't be up in the main roster anytime soon because he is the champion. But it's good to see Bobby Roode get a little bit of recognition here by WWE, because obviously he had good runs in TNA and other places as well before he got here. But I'm glad to see him actually getting what he deserves here. Then we had Sanity, as we had the main event with Sanity up against Ty Dillinger, Roderick Strong, and No Way Jose. Back and forth match here. It was a pretty good main event, but then toward the end here, Dane ran over Strong and Young, and he pinned him. Oh, I'm sorry. Dane ran over Roderick Strong. I'm sorry. They had that huge collision, like tackle, and then Eric Young pinned him and gave Insanity the win here. So it was overall a good match, and it kind of, it really established Sanity as a strong unit here. They win 2 matches in one night, and I thought that was really cool to kind of move things along here. And Eric Young is absolutely awesome and everything like that. I'm still kind of hoping that Ty Dillinger will go up to the main roster sometime soon. He's very over with the crowd, and obviously when he entered number 10 at the Royal Rumble, he was very over there. I don't see him moving up soon. I kind of wish they reconsidered that, but we did get Samoa Joe coming up the last week or so that's a start, and maybe we'll get Shinsuke Nakamura coming up to the main roster maybe this summer, I'm hoping, at the latest. But for now, I think this was it wasn't much of a show. It was kind of a filler episode, but the glorious celebration with Bobby Roode made it worthwhile, and the 6-man tag match actually made it worth watching as well. So go check it out. Well, that'll just about do it for me, everybody. Thank you for watching this video, and if you like what you saw here, please comment and like this video. And you can also subscribe to the Jailcast on YouTube by searching for Jailcast there. You can also find links in the description of this video for my Facebook and Twitter, or you can go to facebook.com/Jailcast, or you can find me on Twitter @EricJail. So until next time, thank you for watching. God bless.